All right, well, I'm here with Drew at Merrell. We're going to learn all about some awesome shoes that should be great for the trail and ultra world. So I'm going to take it over to Drew.
So first up, we have our MTL Adapt here. So this is a race day shoe. We're looking at 70 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 100-mile races. As far as approach here, looking at a few different things. So outsole here is a Mega Grip, Vibram Mega Grip outsole with 4mm chevron lugs. We have our traction lug with a step as well for improved traction. Moving to the midsole, we use our Float Pro Plus midsole foam. So this is a new addition to our trail run line for this season. Moving to the upper, because it's a higher stack shoe, we wanted to really lock the foot down to the platform. So we have a full matrix upper here, so you can see the Kevlar threads running throughout. Again, really reducing stretch, improving lockdown. And then to wrap the foot, we have this midfoot fit panel. You can see the gillies here are wrapping around the foot to really secure your foot. Lining package, we have an SBR triple layer lining package. So again, ultra distances, if you're doing river crossings or any sort of moisture management, this is a quick dry lining, which is really tuned for that long distance race. And then lastly, from a tech standpoint, full length Flex Connect here. So that really improves connection to the trail. At this stack height, the goal is to have a connected feeling to the trail and that ground feel. So these mechanical grooves that go down the sidewall and the bottom are also mimicked underneath the footbed. So you get this torsional flexibility that allows you to adapt to the trail.
And what is the stack drop and the
oh yes,
release and price on that?
Pull out my cheat sheet. So the release for this is 2025. The drop here is going to be 6mm across many of our trail run lines, so wanted to keep that fit and feel consistent. And then as far as stack here, we have 41mm in the heel and then 35mm in the forefoot.
Perfect for the ultra world.
Exactly.
All right, so here we have the Adapt, and it is my favorite shoe so far. I've personally worn this for over 800 miles. It is still holding up. It has, some cushioning, still has some traction on it. But I just love that your foot feels secure and it feels snug, but not overly snug. And it's to the point where it's like you can take it out on a dirt road, you can take it out on a technical trail, and honestly, it's awesome.
Yeah, it looks like you've gotten some good wear, but I mean, you said 800 miles?
Yes, I have over 800 miles on this pair right here.
Really well.
And they do, with the matrix upper on it, like you're protected from it, but at the same time, like you don't have to worry that your foot's gonna fall out of the shoe.
That's amazing. Yeah, can you hold it both side by side with the outsoles? I want to see the, for 800 miles, that is quite impressive.
Yeah, it's and it's awesome. I'm still wearing this pair just out on 1 hour, 2 hour runs, and honestly, it's great.
And what kind of terrain did you wear this on?
Yeah, so you can take this on anything from kind of technical, because it does have the Vibram outsole on it, to faster pace running. It'd be a great 100-mile shoe. I've actually worn it for 100K races, never switched shoes, whether it's been wet, muddy, anything. Yeah, and I plan on wearing it for a lot of longer stuff next year.
So for the Pro Morph, really excited about this addition to the line. So this is a road to trail crossover shoe. So starting where the rubber meets the road, we have a full-length XS Trek Evo outsole through Vibram. And instead of having a pronounced trail lug, it's more of this tightly compacted surface contact lug. So the XS Trek Evo compound really works well on wet pavement. So all conditions all throughout the year, but it transitions very well to the trail as well. We have full-length Flex Connect here as well. So you're looking at that ability for the shoe to adapt to many different terrains, whether that be on the road, trail, and etc. Midsole, again, is our Float Pro Plus. So this is dual density. So there is a softer inner layer that really allows for a lot of cushioning underfoot, and then capturing that softer inner midsole is a slightly harder outer layer that cages that inner layer so that you get a really nice rocker motion without it being too unstable. So that dual density foam is a really, really good experience here. Moving into the upper, we have a fully engineered mesh upper here with a breathable window here for airflow and cooling during the run. But because of the minimal upper, we added a fit panel here that attaches into this gilly. So you really get that midfoot locked down. And then from a tongue construction perspective, we have this tongue that wraps around the foot in the midfoot into the forefoot. So lockdown, you get that premium lockdown onto the platform for all different terrains. Retail here will be $150. It'll release in 2025. And then again,
like spring, summer, fall?
Spring 2025. And then from a drop perspective, to keep it consistent, we went with that 6mm drop. And then stacks here are 32 in the heel and then 26 in the forefoot.
Nice.
So lastly, we have our Agility Peak 5 here. This is our tried and true aggressive trail runner. So we have a full-length Float Pro midsole, which is quite soft, but also very stable. It holds its shape, so you get a nice rocker motion through your gait. Full-length Mega Grip outsole, Vibram Mega Grip outsole with 5mm lugs, spaced out in almost a cleated pattern, so you really dig into the terrain. Fantastic athlete testing, lab testing on this.
What are the depth of those lugs?
5mm.
Okay.
And then on the upper, we have a fully engineered mesh up here, and then this rand here for added protection in those really aggressive technical terrains to protect both the shoe and your foot. From a lining perspective package, we have an SBR triple layer mesh here that allows for a quick dry. So if you're in inclement weather or doing a river crossing, ultra distance, this will really allow the water to wick away and dry quickly, so you're not holding that moisture in the lining package. The retail for this is $140, so for a high stack shoe with Mega Grip, it's very, very competitive.
Yeah, so my next favorite shoe would be the Agility Peak 5. I absolutely love this. It's just like an everyday workhorse. My favorite thing about it is with the Vibram outsole on it, plus, you know, a little bit less cushioning than, say, the Adapt. You can honestly use it for faster running or slower, like, you know, 100-mile stuff. So I actually finished Grindstone 100 this year, and I just wore one pair the whole race. So even in the mud, in the water, all that, just one pair is all it took. Same with Quebec Mega Trail.
Yeah, because that was definitely a wet race this year.
Yeah, oh yeah. Grindstone was very wet. It was very fun though, and I mean, my feet felt great. The shoes held up. I mean, they were super dirty after, but they held up great.
And same 6mm drop?
Correct, yep.
And is it out now, or?
It's out now, yep.
All right, well, thank you, Drew. I really do appreciate you telling me all about these. They all seem exciting, especially I'm intrigued about the Agility Peak 5 for that like shorter distance kind of stuff, but then like this here, that seems like that's going to be a 100-mile shoe right there, like a good option for sure. Cool, I appreciate it, Drew.
Yeah, absolutely.